Hello everybody. This YouTube video is about how you can learn to lay brick, block, and stone in the United States of America. My name is Charlie Cummins and I own Phoenix Masonry Training Center. We teach both men and women to lay brick, block, and stone right here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona. I learned this great trade 50 years ago in Dallas, Texas. The last 40 years I've been a masonry contractor, and I've taught over 1,000 men and women to lay brick, block, and stone. Hundreds of the people I've trained and taught are now successful masonry contractors all over the world. We did a YouTube video a few months ago, and we got flooded with questions from people wanting to know how they could learn to lay brick, block, and stone and become a very high-paid mason in the United States. Some even said it was easier to get in the Secret Service than to learn to lay brick. So, on this YouTube video, I'm going to answer a lot of questions that people ask. We hope you and your friends would like for us to train you to be a high-paid mason. Here are some of the questions we were asked, starting with, how much money can I make? Can I find work anywhere in the United States? Once I learn to lay brick, block, and stone, is it easy for me to start contracting so I can be my own boss? How about job security? Do you offer a money-back guarantee? Yes, I do. A big guarantee. So let's get started with answers. This trade will never be outsourced. They cannot build a Walmart in China and ship it to the United States. Once we teach you to lay brick, block, and stone, you've got the skill for life. They've been laying brick, block, and stone the same way for thousands of years. The only thing that has changed in thousands of years is the equipment to get the material to within 2 feet of the mason. Then the mason lays the brick, block, and stone the same way masons laid it thousands of years ago. Another question. Can a mason work outside year-round? That answer is yes. Construction does not stop when it gets too hot or too cold. In the winter they heat and cover you. In the summer you'll start early and they put up fans, water coolers, and always try to keep you working in the shade. Another question. Are brick, block, and stone masons licensed or certified? Like a licensed plumber, licensed electrician, certified welder, certified auto mechanic, and all the other trades and professions that require you to be licensed or certified to work in the United States? That answer is a big no. Masons do not have to be licensed or certified. This means you can work in any city or state without having to be licensed or certified every 6 months or every year. You can just concentrate on working and making that money. Question. When I finish the Master Mason course, what skills am I going to have when I go to work as a mason? Charlie, what are you going to teach me to do? The answer. When you finish the Master Mason course, you'll be able to lay 150 modular brick in 1 hour or less. You'll be able to lay 50 8/8 16-inch block in 1 hour or less. You'll be able to lay 20 square feet of stone in 4 hours or less. You'll be able to build all the corner and straight leads out of both brick and block using a 4-foot level. And finally, you'll be able to build a 2-foot by 2-foot square brick pier or chimney and lay 100 modular brick in 2 hours or less, and build that same size pier out of block and lay 24 block in 1.5 hours or less. All the above will be jointed, brushed off, and rejointed in the above time frames. We stress top quality workmanship. Another question. How long does it take to finish a Master Mason course, and when can I start training? The answer. We start new trainees every day, and you progress at your own pace. You can come 10 hours a week, or you can come 50 hours a week. for your hands-on training. Many of our trainees work full and part-time jobs. Therefore, they may not be able to come 40 or 50 hours a week for hands-on training. You finish the Master Mason course when you meet our standards and you go to work. Question: how long does it take to finish the Master Mason course? Answer: it takes between 250 and 300 hours of hands-on training to complete the Master Mason course. You advance through the course at your own skill level. Everybody knows some people can run faster than others. That's why I say it takes between 250 and 300 hours of hands-on training to finish the Master Mason course. To help you better understand how long it takes you to finish the Master Mason course, let's do this. Let's say it took you 300 hours of hands-on training to finish the Master Mason course. If you come 30 hours a week, it'll take you 10 weeks or 2.5 months. If you come 20 hours a week, it'll take you 15 weeks or 3.5 months. If you come 50 hours a week, it will take you 6 weeks, 1.5 months. If you come 10 hours a week, it's going to take you 30 weeks or 7 months. Here's a plus. If it takes you more than 300 hours of hands-on training, there is no extra charge. Our goal is to make you the best Mason you can be. Another question: am I too old? We have trained people from 18 to 78 years old. You're never too old to build small projects as an independent contractor. Question: I just got out of prison. Will contractors hire me? The answer is for all ex-offenders, both men and women. Yes, they will. And a very big yes, they will. I know this to be true because I trained 60 ex-offenders in Detroit back in 1997. And to the best of my knowledge, so help me God, 0, and I mean 0, went back to prison. Many became contractors and moved all over the United States. We also trained about 50 displaced workers who had lost their jobs when their 100-year-old steel plant closed down and moved to China. Sound familiar? These displaced workers were from 35 to 60 years old. All went to work as masons or 1099 independent contractors after they had finished the Master Mason course. And I'm also very proud to say we have had great success with training AA and NA members, which stands for Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous members. These people found that laying brick, block, and stone helped them get rid of their bad habits. It is very rewarding when you can say to your friends and family, hey, I built that with my own 2 hands. Plus, here's another question, okay? How do I pay for this training? Answer: we have lenders who will finance everyone we train. This means credit scores from 300 to 850. People ask me, how did you get these lenders? Let me give you 2 reasons. They know that Masons earn top dollar nationwide and that there's a big demand for Masons. They also know we work with employment staffing companies that can get everyone we train a very high-paid position anywhere in the United States, including Alaska, Guam, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, Hawaii, and even other countries. This, of course, is after we train you and you finish the Master Mason course. After we train you, the world is your new home. You get to choose where you want to live and work while earning top dollar. Another question: should you work union or non-union? That is an easy answer. Simply go where you can make the most money. Always work for a good contractor or start contracting yourself. We teach you to do both. I like this question. This may be my favorite question. Sounds good, Charlie, but do you offer a guarantee, or is this all BS? Thanks for asking. Yes, we do offer a guarantee. We guarantee that when you complete the Master Mason course, you'll be working as a Mason, either by the hour, piecework, or doing your own projects as an independent contractor. If not, we will double, yes, I said double, your money back. Now ask yourself this question. Do other training centers offer you a double your money back guarantee? No. Do community colleges offer you a double your money back guarantee? No. Do colleges offer you a double your money back guarantee? Of course not. Then how can we do it? We can because we know the huge demand for Masons in the United States and the world. And don't forget, we have employment staffing companies begging us, and I mean begging us, for every person we train, and they will see to it that you are working, earning top dollar, because the more money you make, the more money they make. But first, we got to train you to lay brick, block, and stone. Okay, let me ask you a question. Is this starting to sound like a good deal? Do you think you would like to be a Mason? Are you not sure yet? Got to think about it? Well, good. Let me give you some more benefits. This is a trade that will always be in demand worldwide. Masons have been in demand for 8,000 to 10,000 years. Look at the pyramids, the stone and brick castles around the world, the Roman Colosseums, the Mayan ruins. The demand for Masons will never go away. You will be able to live and work anywhere in the world you choose, and you'll always be able to earn as much money as you're willing to work for. You can be your own boss. You can work for anybody you choose to work for, or you can start contracting. Another benefit, a lot of Masons are still doing it in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s. They do it because they love it, and they're still healthy enough to do it. Good health. That's a big plus in becoming a Mason. Okay, back to the most asked question. How much money can I earn after you teach me how to lay brick, block, and stone? The answer, and this is the only real, truthful answer, and I think you'll agree with me. You can earn as much money as you're willing to get out of bed and go work for. The sky is the limit. Want more proof? Let me give you two examples. I trained two people who were pretty much equal in age, physical condition, hand and eye coordination. They were both 35 to 40 years old, and neither one of them had ever had a trowel in their hand when they started. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give them both an 8.5. They both finished the Master Mason course in 300 hours or less. Okay, one went to work for a union contractor, and he was earning about $32 an hour on his check, plus $10 or $12 per hour that the union keeps. That's a total of $42 to $44 per hour, and he was working 40 hours a week. He was one of those displaced steel workers that lost his job when his 100-year-old steel plant shut down and moved to moved to China. Has your job gone to China or some other country yet? Are you worried that it will? Okay. The other Mason, who happened to be an ex-offender, he wanted to be his own boss and started contracting full-time. We helped him write an ad for the paper. His phone rang off the hook. He hired his wife, went and bought a wheelbarrow, a shovel, and a mortar chopping hoe, and threw everything in the back seat and trunk of his 1974 Big Buick, along with his tools, and they started doing masonry repairs tuck pointing, brick mailboxes, barbecue pits, fire pits, planter boxes, outdoor kitchens. But he soon decided to specialize in repairing chimneys. Remember that, repairing chimneys. After his first 2 projects, he bought an old pickup truck. After a month, he bought a trailer to pull behind his truck. He and his wife were off and running. The first year, he and his wife made over $150,000. The second year, they made over $200,000. That was in Detroit metro area. The Detroit metro area. And the years were 1998 and 1999. That was 22 and 23 years ago. So please understand this. There's a lot of money to be made in the masonry business. You are the boss. You control your life. You can make as much money as you're willing to get out of bed and go for. We teach you how you can do all this. But first, we got to teach you how to lay brick, block, and stone. Now, it also depends on if you're building commercial or residential projects. It depends if you're working by the hour or if you're working piecework. Also, if you're willing to work side jobs after work and on weekends, or if you're contracting full time. Know this, many contractors pay piecework, and a lot of good masons only will work piecework. Many earn $500 to $1,000 a day nationwide. We teach you how to do all this and more. But first, you've got to learn how to lay brick, block, and stone. This is why I keep saying you can earn as much money as you're willing to get out of bed and go get. Alright, another benefit. Did you know that masons earn more money in 6 months than a lot of people earn all year? This may be your chance to get out of that office cubicle or that warehouse running 10 or 15 miles a day feeding a robot, or working some lube job, or moving furniture, or hauling trash, or working in some fast food joint, or cleaning houses, or picking fruit, or any of the rest of the low-paying jobs in the world. This can be your chance to get out and work in the great outdoors, anywhere in the world you choose to live, after we train you. To sum up this YouTube video, we teach men and women to lay brick, block, and stone, and after we teach you, you will know a trade that has not changed in 8,000 to 10,000 years. After we train you, no more school and retraining, like the computer and auto mechanics, to name only a few professions that demand constant retraining every few months for a job that could be replaced by a robot or sent overseas to another country in the very near future. Even high-paid professions are being sent to other countries. Okay, this may be the very best reason for being a Mason. They have been trying to invent a machine to replace us for hundreds of years. They have wasted hundreds of millions of dollars trying to replace us. It will never happen. Let me repeat that. It will never happen. Hopefully, soon these people will realize they need to spend that money on training men and women, real human beings. The bottom line is this: the only brick block laying machine that will ever work cost efficiently was invented a long time ago, and you've been looking at one for the last 30 minutes. We are called human beings, or men and women, in most parts of the world, and we were invented by the Almighty God, or other names they call him around the world. Okay, alright. The next YouTube video we make will be titled, Why It Is Impossible, and I hate the word impossible. Why it is impossible to learn to lay brick, block, and stone on the job, and the reason it has been that way for 8,000 to 10,000 years. and will never change. If you don't believe me, then ask any 5 or 10-year-old hod carrier or mason helper. They will tell you why. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. We hope you like it, and will push the like button and subscribe. Be sure and send us any questions you may have. You can also call or text, and we will respond within 24 hours. Remember, we start new students every day, and we have financing for everybody. And don't forget, never forget, our guarantee of double your money back. We are serious about our training. If you cannot come to Phoenix for 4 to 10 weeks, ask us about a new program that we're working on, that you could do a lot of the course at home in the comfort of your own home, and just come to Phoenix for 1 or 2 weeks. Also, I'm in negotiation with potential partners and investors about starting masonry training centers in other cities that may be closer to you than Phoenix. We will keep you posted when that happens, and it will happen soon. Thanks again, and be sure to subscribe. Again, my name is Charlie Cummins. That's C-U-M-M-I-N-S, spelled like the Cummins diesel engine. But unfortunately, I'm no Ken. Hope you enjoyed this YouTube video. Thanks. Thanks again, and have a great day and a better tomorrow. Bye.